I'm a survivor. What's the next part? I'm not going.
You want to put me in trouble with your views.
Come on.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know how the song goes, but I don't know the lyrics.
We'll try another. Age ain't nothing but a number. What's the next part?
I don't know.
Do you know what? At this point, we cannot even be friends. We cannot be friends. Hey beautiful, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, it's your girl Farida, also known as Curly Proverbs. And around here, it's no kinks, no coils, and no curls left behind. We are all about having you live your best hair life. Get them follicles stimulating, that thickness, girl. Get rid of them faded edges, refill them back in, get them inches. That's what we're about on this channel. We do DIY recipes, and according to you guys, we are delivering the goods with our recipes, and we have a banger. Just today, we have a banger. That's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say. We are combining my top hair growth stimulating ingredients into a scalp massage to end all others. If you are ready, then keep watching. Right guys, so we have got 4 ingredients for you today. The beauty of this recipe is quite literally you could select just one and run with it, but this combination is absolutely fantastic for the differences in the nutrient profiles and how they actually marry into each other. Literally, your dead follicles do not stand a chance. They will be resurrected. Literally back from the dead. First off, fenugreek. It is packing lecithin, it's packing iron, manganese, magnesium, amino acids, all that good stuff. It also contains saponins as well. It's just a fantastic all-rounder, and applied directly in a paste form to your scalp. Hello follicles, hello thickness. It is said in the Ayurvedic tradition to be one of those herbs that actually induces hair growth. And I have to say that I have had the best experience with using fenugreek in my hair growth recipes. And you know, we've had loads of amazing feedback on the fenugreek elixir, for example, that is based on this. It contains this. Pretty much both of my blends contain fenugreek as well, because it's just had to be included. It does have a spicy smell or a mapley smell depending on the person that's actually doing inhaling. For me, most of the time it is spicy, but when I add it to a coconut oil, it takes on a sweeter smell, that's for sure. So you're going to need your fenugreek elixir as a part of this. This actually also adds some slip. It's a very sort of slippery kind of powder once it's had some water added to it. The next ingredient is amla powder. I've said it before and I'll say it again, loads of studies to show that it helps to increase follicular diameter, density. It decreases the amount of visible scalp that you have as well. So for example, you know, sometimes ladies, gents, sometimes we have a thinning part. That visible scalp is what gives that feeling of thinning hair. So it's actually known to reduce the amount of visible scalp by increasing the amount of follicles, their diameter and their activity as well. So really, really fantastic. High again in vitamin C, which is fantastic. Very, very good for follicular health and for reducing shedding. The good thing about this is it does not actually color gray. So like if you have gray hair and you went to use some henna or something, of course it's going to give you a copper color. If you've got blonde hair, it's going to alter your hair color. Amla for the most part doesn't really alter your hair color, so definitely one to include. Now this next ingredient is for those who want to go gung-ho. Now you could just use these as a standalone, and in fact actually you could use the blend of amla because it contains these 2 ingredients. You could use our blend and you could just use these as kind of like your standalone or you can go ahead and juice you an onion. Now, optimally, you want to juice a red onion and a white onion because their nutrient profiles are slightly different, hence the difference in color. And you want to juice that, you want to remove the pulp, and that juice is super potent, but the smell, you know, that's not for everybody, and it takes a lot to remove. You're going to need to pair it up with essential oils to mask the smell and make it bearable. But let me tell you this, I'm just going to insert a clip to show you former Curly Proverbs' hair loss.
This is like so gross. I shouldn't have shown you so close.
Postpartum for my second child, when I say my hair was falling out in bundles like this, if you have not had a child, like maybe you don't appreciate it. I certainly did not think about it at all before children. But what happens during pregnancy is that shedding basically abruptly decreases or stops depending on your profile and your genetics, and you start building up a thickness to your hair. Well, Mother Nature wants that hair back. Once you've given birth, you start to shed, and sometimes you can even go into shedding hair that you had before the pregnancy kind of just starts to fall out. People get lots of thin areas and all of that kind of happens. It can be quite traumatic. You don't know when or how it's going to stop. People lose a large percentage sometimes of their hair. And what I ended up using was onion juice. And I kid you not when I say within a couple of days, I could see the hairs resprouting. I'd lost quite a bit of hair here at the hairline in this kind of a shape. It was starting to go, and I could see it resprouting within 2 days of application. So it is really, really good for regrowing hair. So onion is a must. And finally, of course, any DIY needs its essential oils. We have released an essential oil collection, which has got a combination of oils specifically for your hair growth needs. So for example, we've got the coffee and orange, which has got coffee, tangerine and green tea in it. And it is fantastic for being a DHT blocker. So if it's menopausal or postpartum hair loss you're experiencing, that can be fantastic. Also, we've got the peppermint and garlic hit, which has got the garlic also contains high amounts of sulfur, selenium and all that good stuff. And the peppermint actually causes your blood vessels to dilate. So all of the goodness from this mask can actually penetrate. And then we've got lemongrass, which is great for thickening hair, which is great for strengthening follicles, as well as helping with the, you know, the smell and the aroma of things. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to combine all of these into a great scalp application. And in fact, this can be used as a mask from root to ends. Let's go. I'm so excited for this mask, not least because I'm thinking of all the hair growth potential. Mind you, I had reached my goal because my length right now is definitely my goal. But I'm thinking, why don't we see if we can get to maybe mid-thigh now? I don't know. Let's try. But I'm really excited by this because, not least because fenugreek and the amla in combination have actually masked the smell of the onion when combined with the lemongrass. I've just asked my videographer, can you smell the onion? And he said straight up and down, I can only smell the lemon. By the way, lemongrass, Fantastic for your follicles. Also, I went in with the coffee and orange glow. Admittedly, you should aim to use a maximum of 3 essential oils, but I've been in this game for a little while, so it's 3 in this blend plus this extra one here. But I used it very sparingly, and it really has masked the smell of the onion and has made this room manageable and bearable. So all of that sulfur, all of that goodness, I cannot wait to apply that to my scalp. And I actually think that the lemon has made it so bearable to the point that even Jaya will let me put it into her hair because she's hyper sensitive to smells. So let's see how we go with that. Wish me luck. If you try this recipe and you get your inches and thickness, please come back, comment below and let people know, because if you've benefited, other people would love to know. Maybe it will get them motivated. And to be frank, people don't want to hear what I've got to say. They want to hear what you've got to say, you in the comments. That's where everyone checks first. So yeah, come back, holler at your girl. Let me know if your follicles were resurrected. I pretty much am sure that will happen. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Deuces!